Hello and welcome to another episode of Making a Difference. I am your host, Cindy Ashton, here at the Daily Ad Brief, coming to you from New York City and across the country, where they have probably the most beautiful mountains in this country, Denver, Colorado. We have a remarkable woman who truly was one of the pioneers in the women's movement. Please welcome to the show today, Ilene Fischer of Sophia Network. Hello, Ilene.
Hi, Cindy. I'm so pleased and honored to be here with you today. Really, I'm just
I am so honored. Now, when we say that you're a pioneer in the women's movement, you worked side by side with Gloria Steinem. Tell us about that.
Well, it's funny you should ask, because I was out with a friend last night for dinner, and I got involved in the women's movement in 1976. I founded the first battered women shelter in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. It was one of the first in the country. And I was the president of the National Organization for Women in Northeastern Pennsylvania. At that time, we had a very strong organization, and we had, I think it was like 1978, we did this huge women's march. There were like over 100,000 people there. But before that, I'd come to New York because I was living on the East Coast then. I would meet with Gloria Steinem. Bella Abzug was in one of the meetings. It was like all of the old feminists together in a room. And our whole focus was on getting the Equal Rights Amendment passed. And that's what we were doing. And when I was in Pennsylvania, we'd have local meetings with the town councils, local town councils, to get support for the Equal Rights Amendment. And we still don't have it. I mean, it just blows my mind how much we've gone backwards. But I've taken that. I mean, also, I started my career as a chemical engineer. I was the first woman engineer hired at Raytheon in Andover, Mass. And it was horrible because it was a very, the men were pretty nasty to me, actually. And after 2 years, I left. Later on, fast forward to when I was running a nonprofit for women in science and technology. And then I also started a technology startup to create a personal advisory board of mentors for women. So if we fast forward to there, I read this incredible article called The Athena Factor, which talked about why women in STEM left their careers. And mostly it was not because of kids, it was because of really aggressive environments where they couldn't feel included. And so, I had that firsthand experience, and, everything I've done since has been kind of breaking the mold. I mean, I was a quality manager after I was a chemical engineer. I got into consulting by helping organizations implement quality. And then I met Dr. Peter Senge at MIT Sloan and worked with his company, Innovation Associates, for 8 years and became an organizational change consultant then. And I've been doing that ever since. I also had the privilege of working with Tom Peters, who wrote In Search of Excellence.
I love Tom Peters.
Well, he was talking about how women, run everything like 20 years ago. I was with him.
He was ahead of his time. And he's so unapologetic about it.
Oh, totally. He was totally totally straight. You don't like it? Too bad. So, yeah. So, I've always connected myself with people that have a commitment to elevating women in their careers. And now my company, Sophia Network, we are a group of 6 women, 1 man, and the man used to be my client. He was the president of Venntive, New Hampshire, and was my client for 3 years, and now he's working with us. And
we've got 30 seconds left, so let's wrap it up.
So I our company is committed to working with other organizations that are going through mergers and acquisitions, and they need to bring their cultures together. And also for companies that want to implement their strategy and want to implement critical projects using design thinking. And that's what we do. But I'm really working mostly with women. So I'm a member of the Women's Business Leadership Organization, and most of my leads are coming from that group of women. They're all senior executive women in healthcare and healthcare insurance.
You know, Ilene, it's such an inspiration. The 5 minutes goes by so quickly. Thank you for being one of the pioneers in the women's movement. Thank you for the commitment you've had for decades and decades and decades. And thank you for the work that you were doing with Sophia Network. You are such an inspiration. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
You're welcome. And thank you. It's been such a privilege, and I'm honored to be here. Thanks.
You're phenomenal. Thank you. And for those of you watching, thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Making a Difference. If you'd like to connect with this pioneer of the women's movement, Ilene Fischer, please go to dailyadbrief.com, and we will see you on another episode very soon.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.